Hello, and thank you for joining me for this dose of virtual vitamin Z. My name is Sandy, and I'm an education specialist for the Detroit Zoological Society, where we celebrate and save wildlife every day. Now, if you're anything like me and you hang out in fields of milkweed like the one that's behind me, and you are looking for monarch butterflies and you're trying to find some eggs, and you maybe see some adult butterflies, and you want to find out which ones you should follow, well, today we're going to learn which ones you should follow. So first, let's review what a monarch butterfly is. So here's a monarch butterfly, and this is a monarch butterfly. You can tell it's a monarch butterfly because we have these black lines and these orange spots and white polka dots along the side. You may see monarch butterflies, and we've talked a lot about them. So if you're not familiar with them, they do lay their eggs on specific plants, which is milkweed, which is what is behind me. And if you are trying to head start butterfly or caterpillars, you may want to try to find the eggs so that you know that there's no parasites that would be on those caterpillars. So if you're like me and you hang out in fields of milkweed and you're trying to figure out which butterfly you should follow because the males don't lay the eggs, only female butterflies do, you are going to want to pay attention because that's what we're going to learn today. So butterflies don't have sexual dimorphism. So sexual dimorphism is when a male of the same species looks way different than a female of the same species. So for example, mallard ducks do not look the same. The males and the females do not look the same. So you can see here the male mallard duck has a green head and a yellow beak. And a female here has brown feathers and an orange beak. So they look way different. And from far away, I'd be able to pick out which one is which. But that's not true for monarch butterflies. So here are two monarch butterflies, and you can tell them apart if one's a male and one's a female, but you have to know what to look for. So I'm going to give you a minute, and I'm going to have you look at the two butterflies in front of us, and I want you to see if you can tell me what you notice is the difference between the two butterflies. If you noticed that this butterfly on this side has its wing, black lines on its wings are much thicker than the butterfly's wings, black lines on this side, that's definitely one difference. And another difference is these black spots down here on the bottom wings. You'll notice this butterfly has it, but this butterfly does not. This butterfly over here is a male butterfly, and you can tell because the lines on its wings are smaller, and they have these two black dots on the bottom wings. So you can see here, thinner veins, black spots. This one's a female because it has thicker black lines and there's no black spot. So you can tell it when the butterfly's wings are open really easy. It's a little bit more difficult when the butterfly's wings are closed. So here are two butterflies, and you can see, if you're looking very closely, you can't really see much of a difference between the two butterflies' wing thickness on the black lines. But you can see, if you look very closely here, you can start to see there's a little bit of a bump in that line. And that's where those black spots are on the other side of the wing. So if a butterfly is sitting with its wings closed, and if you are patient enough, eventually they'll open its wings and you can see if it's a male or a female. But if you want to try to get a very close look, you might be able to tell from this side of the wing. It is also kind of interesting to know that you can tell the gender of a butterfly when it's in a chrysalis. A chrysalis is about the size of a quarter. So if you're looking at this chrysalis, this is the very, very top of the chrysalis. This is where there's like a black stem, and there's two lines that come down and two black dots. And you'll see there's this line here. And this is a shorter line. I'm sorry, this is the longer line. And then if you look at this one here, this one's shorter, and then there's another line that bisects it. And so these are two different genders, and this is a female butterfly on this side, and then a male on this side. So if you're looking closely at a chrysalis, you can tell the gender of the chrysalis that the butterfly will be. You cannot tell the gender of a caterpillar. It's just not feasible for you and I to figure that out. So if you go and let a caterpillar become a chrysalis and a butterfly, you can figure out the gender. So now we're going to practice. So I have a bunch of butterfly pictures that I've taken over the years, and we're going to look to see if we can figure out if this is a male or female butterfly. So this is our first one. I want you to put in the comments what you notice. Do you see, this is the one side of the butterfly that's kind of hard to tell if it's a male or a female. You can't really tell the difference in the thickness of the lines, but we need to look closely at this line right here. Does it seem smooth or does there seem to be a bump here? I think it looks pretty smooth. If I was being patient, I could wait to see if this butterfly opens its wings, and then I could figure out if that's a butterfly that I want to follow to see if I can collect some for eggs. But I do think this is a female. Here's another one. What do you notice? Again, it's hard to tell about the thickness of the wings, or the thickness of the lines, but if I follow this line down, there does seem to be a little bump here. Do you agree? If I had to guess, this one is probably a male. Man, another one with its wings closed. Tell me what you notice. So if I follow this line down, ooh, okay, this one's a little interesting. So the line is definitely thicker up here and it gets thinner as it goes down, but I don't see a bump like I did in the last one. Let's go back to the last one. There was a definite bump there. I'm gonna say this one's a female, but I want you to tell me in the comments what you think. So we're gonna call this butterfly number 3. If you wanna tell me what you think butterfly number 3 is, a male or female, I'd love to hear it. Ooh, this one's a little easier because its wings are open. So if I'm looking at this butterfly here, the veins on it are thinner, and I do see the black spots down here. So what do you think? Male or a female? If you guessed a male, I think you might be right. Here's another one with its wings open. What do you think? It's hard to tell when you're not comparing them side by side if the lines are thicker and thinner on one than the other. But there's definitely no black spot on these ones. So this one's a female. And our very last one, it's kind of far away. I tried to zoom in the best that I could for you all. But if we look really closely, what do we think? So we're looking at this line right here. Is it smooth or does it have a bump? If you think it's smooth, I think it's smooth too. Thanks for doing those with me. So I have a challenge for you. I would love to see you, have you send me some butterflies that you've made, and I want you to try to make some butterflies and then make sure that you can tell me if there's a gender on it. So you're gonna need some paint, orange paint and markers, black markers and white paper. If you take a picture of it and send it to me at education@dzs.org, I would love to see it, and I will respond back and let you know I think it's a male or a female butterfly. Doing this activity with me today involves the skills and concepts involved are building observation skills. You have to really slow down. You have to pay attention. It's easier to tell in pictures because the butterfly's not moving. If we were out in the milkweed field, it'd be a little bit, you'd have to really slow down and check it out. And then the vocabulary that we used today was sexual dimorphism, which is when two animals of the same species of different genders look way different. Host plant, which is the milkweed plant that the caterpillars must eat of a monarch butterfly to be able to become a monarch butterfly. Eclose is when a butterfly comes out of its chrysalis, and metamorphosis is the change that a butterfly goes through from egg to caterpillar. Thank you so much for joining me for this dose of virtual vitamin Z. And if you'd like to see more, go ahead and join us at the Detroit Zoo's website under education at dzs.org. Have a great day. Bye.